Let's face it, fast food is everywhere. It's cheap, it's fast, and when that craving hits, it hits hard. But here's the part they hope you ignore. Some of these chains aren't just unhealthy. They're dangerous, deceptive, and downright disturbing. From meat that's not really meat, to scandals that made national headlines, we're counting down 6 fast food chains you should think twice before ever eating at again. And when you hear what's waiting at number 1, you might seriously rethink your next drive-through run. Let's get into it. Number 6. Jack in the Box. In 1993, Jack in the Box became the face of one of the deadliest fast food scandals in U.S. history. Their undercooked burgers caused an E. coli outbreak that led to the deaths of 4 children and over 700 reported illnesses. But what's even more disturbing? They were warned, multiple times, about food temperature violations and undercooked patties, and ignored them. The fallout was catastrophic. Jack in the Box paid out over $50 million in lawsuits and almost went bankrupt. And yet, they survived. They rebranded, rebuilt, and many consumers forgot. But did they really learn? Today, Jack in the Box still uses meat blends from opaque suppliers. Their Buttery Jack burger contains over 1,000 calories, nearly 2,000 milligrams of sodium, and additives like TBHQ, a petroleum-derived preservative banned in some countries. Even their tacos, a cult favorite, contain a mysterious paste of soy and meat byproduct that doesn't legally need to be 100% beef. This isn't just about an old scandal. It's about a company with a record of ignoring warnings and a menu that still raises eyebrows today. Number 5. Taco Bell. They call it Mexican-inspired. We call it legally questionable. Taco Bell's infamous beef lawsuit in 2011 claimed that the meat was only 35% actual beef. The rest? Fillers like oats, soy lecithin, and anti-dusting agents typically used in food processing plants, not kitchens. Taco Bell denied wrongdoing, but never denied the fillers. They just adjusted the marketing, and if you check the fine print on their site today, the list of additives is still alarmingly long. Let's talk taco meat filling. That's the legal name used in many of their products. Not beef, not steak. Filling. Why? Because of how little actual meat it contains, and how many processed binders it needs to hold its shape. It gets worse. In 2019, a location in New Jersey shut down after multiple customers reported stomach illness. Tests revealed expired ingredients being used and food stored at unsafe temperatures. This wasn't an isolated case. From Singapore to Toronto, Taco Bell has had outbreaks, food poisoning incidents, and even public health investigations. So the next time you order a Crunchwrap Supreme, ask yourself, what's really wrapped inside? Number 4. KFC's image is charming. A smiling colonel, crispy buckets of comfort food, and a claim of real chicken, real fast. But behind the scenes, animal rights investigations have painted a much darker picture. Several documentaries and undercover videos have shown horrific supplier practices. Chickens bred to grow so fast their bones snap under their own weight. Overcrowded slaughterhouses where birds are thrown, slammed, and scalded alive due to improper stunning. One facility in West Virginia, caught on hidden camera, showed workers stomping on live chickens and urinating in the production area. The footage aired on national news. KFC responded, but critics say the chain simply switched suppliers and kept moving. Let's not forget the infamous urban myth that KFC had to stop calling themselves Kentucky Fried Chicken because they no longer served real chicken. While that's not exactly true, the myth itself says a lot about public trust. Then there's the restructured meat. KFC's popcorn. Chicken and certain patties aren't always cut from whole pieces. They're often ground, processed, and pressed back together using emulsifiers and binding agents. They call it crispy. We call it questionable. Number 3.
Wendy's old-fashioned hamburgers. They're cooked to order just for you.
Wendy's markets itself as the fresh alternative to McDonald's and Burger King. Fresh, never frozen, they say. But employees across Reddit and TikTok have told a different story. Multiple former workers allege that fresh patties are often pre-cooked in batches, stored in warming drawers for hours, and reheated if not used fast enough. Some even claim patties were frozen at night to preserve stock. In 2022, a video went viral showing a Wendy's chili pot being made with unsold burger patties chopped up and boiled down. Yes, that chili might just be yesterday's cheeseburger. As for health, a single Baconator contains over 1,500 calories, 39 grams of saturated fat, and nearly 2,000 milligrams of sodium. That's more than the recommended daily intake in one meal. But it's not just about what's in the food. Wendy's has faced multiple labor scandals, from wage theft lawsuits to federal investigations over child labor violations in multiple states. You might love the sass on Twitter, but what's happening in the kitchen is no joke. Number 2, Subway. Subway, the so-called healthy choice in the fast food world, has one of the most bizarre reputations in food history. Let's start with the infamous tuna controversy. In 2021, a class action lawsuit alleged that Subway's tuna wasn't tuna at all. DNA tests found no identifiable tuna DNA in dozens of samples. Subway's response? That their tuna was real, but heavily processed. So processed, in fact, that the DNA may have been denatured. What? Then there's their chicken. Independent lab tests by CBC Marketplace in Canada showed that Subway's chicken strips were only 53% chicken. The rest was soy filler. Their bread? In Ireland, the Supreme Court ruled that Subway bread legally couldn't be called bread because of its extremely high sugar content. In some footlongs, there's more sugar than in a glazed donut. From bleach-washed produce to ammonia-treated meats, Subway has more in common with a lab than a sandwich shop. And before we get to number 1, the worst offender of them all, now's a good time to remind you. If you've made it this far, chances are you're not loving it. But if you want more truth bombs like these, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss an expose. And hey, drop your own fast food horror story in the comments. We read them all. And we might even feature yours next. All right, let's talk about the worst offender on our list. Number 1, McDonald's. No surprise here. The Golden Arches might be iconic, but behind that shine is a shadow of controversy stretching back decades. Let's start with the infamous pink slime, a meat-like paste made from beef trimmings treated with ammonia gas, used in McNuggets for years until public backlash forced a quiet change. In 2016, a viral video showed McDonald's fries left out for 10 weeks. No mold, no decay. Why? A combination of preservatives and low moisture content so unnatural, even mold won't touch it. In 2021, China busted a McDonald's supplier for reusing expired meat. This wasn't a rogue incident. It was caught on camera. Employees admitted they were instructed to repackage and relabel spoiled products. Let's talk beef. Some of McDonald's patties contain natural flavoring, a vague term that can include processed animal tissue, soy protein, and proprietary chemical blends. Oh, and that animal tissue I just mentioned, it might have come from a beaver's badonkey. Yikes. And globally, McDonald's has paid hundreds of millions in lawsuits, from labor violations to racial discrimination to food safety concerns. They may be number 1 in sales, but when it comes to trust, they're definitely last on our list. Fast food isn't just food anymore. It's a business of convenience, addiction, and carefully hidden truths. Not every location is corrupt. Not every meal is deadly. But every company on this list has a history that deserves scrutiny. Next time you roll up to a drive-through window, maybe stop and ask, what are you really being served? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and smash that bell so you never miss an upload. We'll see you again on the next episode of The Grease Trap.